Okay, so let's finish the last type of the function. Okay, last time we mentioned there are three types, right? Quadratic, radical, and rational functions. So there's the last one. Can anybody recognize the two lines here? What does it mean? Donna, what does the two line represent?
Absolute value.
Yes, okay, so this function is just called the absolute value function, okay? And then the points we are going to choose, I'm going to choose -3 in the middle, and then -2, -1, -4, -5. And the reason why I choose this, later on when you learn about the next chapter, you will know, okay? You'll know why I choose these ones. -3 is the number that's in the middle, okay? It makes the inside 0, okay? So that's the important place. So what does absolute value do? Eric.
Makes numbers positive if you
Yeah.
make
So
it.
whatever that comes out will be positive, right? So I'll let everybody plug it in. And then I'll ask for your answer, okay? After you're done. So please raise your hand when you got all the values for the y. Connecting to audio. Okay, E-Ray, can you tell me what y value you got?
Wait, for all of them?
Yeah, for all of them.
21012.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so -1, plug it in, will be 2. Absolute value will remain 2. If you plug in -5, you get -2, but then you just take away the negative sign. Okay, so let's follow the points and then get the graph. Okay, so -1, 2, -2, 1, -3, 0, -4, 1, -5, 2. So this looks like a V shape, right? So that's our graph, okay, for absolute value. So all the absolute value functions, well, most of them, okay, will have this kind of bending look, okay, instead of something that's smooth, right? So this one has a sharp corner. Okay, so in this chapter, we'll be dealing with these 4 different types of functions, mixing them. Sometimes we add them, sometimes we subtract, multiply. Okay, so that will be called the operation of function. So when we say function, it represents any of these 4. Okay, there are more functions, but right now we just focus on these ones. Okay, so let's go to next page. So this is called the operation of functions. Okay, let me pull this up. Okay, so there are 4 different operations. The first one is the adding, right? So we call that the sum, right? Second one is difference, and then product, quotient, that represent different operation. Adding, subtracting, multiply, and divide, right? This line means divide. And for dividing, especially dividing, make sure you remember denominator, right? denominator cannot equal to 0. So let's look at an example. How do we operate with different functions? Okay. So here we have two functions. One is the f, one is the g. I'm going to use two different color. Okay, easier to show the graph. So for f, so if you have different color, you can use that as well. So for f, I'm going to use blue, and g, I'm going to use red. So here we have a table, right, that has two functions on it. So first thing, f plus g, okay, so when you see the symbol like this means you have f of x, that's the first function, added with g of x. Okay, so this is taking much longer to write, right? So that's why a shorter way is to write it like that, okay? So remember, this bracket does not mean multiply. It's not f plus g times x. It's a function, okay? All right, so now to do this one, okay, we will start with some table of values, and then we can graph. So we have -3. Sorry, I will use -2 instead, okay? -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. So you have some points on the left, some points on the right side. So in your homework, you can do the same thing as well, okay? Use 0 as the middle. And then for the f of x, you just plug those x values into the f. And for g, you plug into the g function. So for example, the first one, I'll do the first one for you. So -2, plug it into here, right? So 2 times -2 plus 1. So that would be -4, -4 plus 1, -3. So that's our first y for the f function. And for the g, I will plug it into here, right? So it'll be -x, x is -2, and then plus 3. So negative, negative, positive, so 2 plus 3 will be 5. Okay, so I'll let you complete just the first two columns. Don't worry about the third one. We'll complete the first two columns, and then when you finish the first two, please raise your hand, okay? I'll ask some of you to give me your answers. So if you have a printer, right, you could print out the notes. It will be easier for you to write it on, right? Or you can just use your own notebook. Remember to raise your hand when you finished. Okay, let's get some points first, okay? So William, can you tell me the blue one for -1?
For -1, I got -1.
-1, okay. How about for 0?
1.
Okay, and Tiana, what about for 1?
3.
3, and for 2?
5.
5, okay. And Emily, how are you doing? Are you on the red one?
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Okay. Cindy, do you have the answer for the red one? X equal -1.
4,
4, and next one?
3.
3, okay. And Vicky, do you have the last two?
5
5
and 1.
and 1. You plug in 1 and 2, right?
Oh, for 1, it's 2.
It'd be 2, yeah, okay. Or you can see from the pattern. Right, so remember you have to times it by negative and then plus 3. Okay, so now we just follow the table and then draw the graph. So here we have, let's move that to the side. Okay. So -2 is -3. So I go down here, -1, -1, 0, 1. And then you start to see the pattern, right? It's a linear function, 2, 5. Okay, and then can draw the straight line. And please label on the side, at the edge, f of x. Okay, and now we'll do the same thing for g of x. G of x is -2 is 5, right? So you look at the x column and the g column. -2 is 5. Right? And then -1 is 4. -1, 4. So that's another line as well. 0, 3. And then 1, 2. And right here. So that's second line. Label at the end, g of x. Okay, so now the last part is to do the combination, right? Here we are trying to get f plus g of x. So that means you add up the y values, because f plus g of x means f of x added with g of x, and we got a 2 column, right? This is the blue one and the red one. So we add the blue and the red together. So for example, the first one, so for f plus g of x, the result, I'm going to use green. So you add the 2 y value, you get 2, right? -3 plus 5. And I'll let you add them up, okay? I'll ask for your answers. Trudy, what's the next one?
Oh, you haven't gotten it yet. -3.
-1 plus 4.
Oh wait, is it just? Oh. It's just 3.
Yeah, you just add up the y value, add the value for f with the value for g, okay? And then Emily, next one.
4.
Yeah, okay. Donna, next one.
5.
Yes. William, next one.
8,
Huh? 8?
7,
What?
6, 6.
Okay. Yeah, you just add the y values, okay? So that's how this table is done, okay? So you go from left to right, start with the x value, you plug into f, get the g, right? And then add them up. That's called the operation, right? We're doing adding, the sum. So now let's look at the green graph, right? So use the X and the Y for the green. So -2, 2, that's our first point. -2, 2. Okay, everybody all right? Any questions so far? -1, 3 will be up here, right? And then 0, 4. So right now we're using these two columns, okay? And then 0, 4. 0, 4 will be up here. So that's another straight line. 1, 5, 2, 6. So the line goes this way. Okay, so you can label this as f plus g of x. Okay, so that's our first question on operation. Any questions so far? So here is a question for you. Okay, everybody got a graph? Now, sometimes the question goes differently. They do not give you the function. They cross this out. Okay, you only have the blue and the red graph. So based on looking at the graph, the blue and the red, how can we draw the green one if we don't have the function? What do you think? If I only see the blue and the green. Sorry, I only see the blue and the red. How do we get the green?
Make a graph.
Find the
Make a-
slope. Mx plus b.
Say that again.
You find the slope.
Find the slope for who?
Mx plus b, the line.
X plus b for which color?
I don't know.
So you
Can't we just make a table and just do the exact same thing we just
It'll
did?
take a long time.
Okay, so you mean you want to get the equation for blue and red and then make a table?
No.
She,
Well, I don't know.
Or
she
what-
doesn't like tables.
okay, or you can just work with the value for this one, right? If you have the graph and then you just get a graph. You just use the graph. You don't need to. You could use the graph to find the function first and then do what we just did. Or you look at the point, okay? So for example, let's say we pick one. Let's say we have this one. This value is at 2, right? How do we know it's 2? How can we use the graph to get this point? Eric, what do you think? How do we find this point using the graph?
I don't know.
How do we get the 2 here?
You
What-
added together
Add which ones
the
together?
y value,
Okay, so
y value of red and blue.
yeah, so you look at the y value of the red and blue for that place. So you look up, the y for the red is up here. I'll circle with the red, right? And the y value for the blue is down here. So you look at the y here is -3. The y up here is at 3, 4, 5. So -3 plus 5 give you the 2. Okay, so you look at the top and bottom, okay, across the vertical line. So for example, if I want to find another point, let's say I want to find this point, right? The point up there. Then you look at below, right? Below you see another blue, right? And then you keep going down, I see another red. So you add these two together. The blue is 5, the red is a 1, so 5 plus 1 give you 6. So you know your green has to go up at 6. Okay, so that way, if you know the graph, then you don't need to make a table. Just work with the graph. You get it? okay? Because we're gonna try that for the next question later, okay? So now there's another thing I want to go over here is trying to get the function. Okay, so this is called an expression, okay? So let's write it down here. So the expression we're trying to get is the expression for the green line, okay? The resulting one. So f plus g of x is these two add together, right? So we just write 2x plus 1, that's f, plus g is negative x plus 3. And then we combine the fractions together, and combine the two functions together. Look for like terms. So Tiana, what do you have after you combine?
X plus 4.
Yeah, so it'll become x plus 4. So that's our answer. So this is the expression for the green line, okay? So if you do have the function, right? If you have f and g, you could try to get a green function first, and then use that to draw the green line, right? But if you don't have the graph, if you don't have the function formula on the top, then you just add up the values, right? You look at the red and the blue, add it up to get a green point. Look at every point, right? And then you see that they all line up in straight line, then you just connect them. Okay, so we're gonna try with the graph first, okay, for the next one. So this time we have a dot, right? A dot right in the middle. So that means multiplying, okay? So the expression for this, it looks like f, it means f of x times by g of x. So instead of adding, we have multiplication here. We're going to try with the same x values, okay? -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Because the f and g are the same ones, right? So we could just copy them down. Okay, copy from the top. And we'll start with the graph first. Okay, so we also need to copy the graph down as well. Okay, it will take a while. So -2, 3, -3, 0, 1. So here's the graph. So this is f. Okay, and then g is the red one, -2, 5, -1, 4, and then so on, right? Once you see the pattern, you can go faster. Okay, so now I would like you to try graphing the green one, which is the result, without the table. Okay, see if you can try to do that. Okay, without the table. And then I'll ask you, one of you to draw on the screen. Okay, you can show me what you got. So look at the points, right? Look at the blue point and the red point, right? For example, this point, I can do 1 point for you. So the red here and the blue down here, right? The red is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times -3. That's -15. So that's really long, right? I cannot draw that one out. Okay, so do the ones that fits inside, right? So this pair doesn't work too far. Okay, so when you think you got a graph, please raise your hand. You can do that for every pair of points, red and blue, okay? Multiply them up. Okay, William, do you want to try?
Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Do you have a graph on?
Yes, I do.
What does it look like?
Sadly, I have one.
What does it look like?
It looks strange.
Is this straight line?
Yes.
It's also a straight line. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, I only have 2 points. So like,
You have 2 points. You
I
got
don't
2
know.
points. Okay. This one is more right. We have. You should at least.
Yeah, but the other points go off the graph.
All the other one goes off. Which point did you have? Can you draw the point that you have? Yeah, draw the one that you have. Okay. You say you have 2 points. Which 2 points?
Me now?
Yeah, William.
Oh, do I have to?
Which point?
How do I draw? Oh, yes. Okay. How do I make my thing bigger?
How do you make your thing?
How do I make my color thing bigger?
Can you change the? I think format. Yeah, format. Go to format
Format?
and then
Oh,
adjust. Yeah.
okay.
Or drawing. Drawing, you can choose this one,
Let's see.
thicker one.
This is -1, 4. 1, 2, 3. Ah, terrible drawing.
No, down
1,
there.
2, 3, 4. Wait.
I'm gonna use the green for you.
Yes.
Okay. And do you have? You say you have another point, right? Where is that?
Yes. This is 0, and it's 1, 2, 3, somewhere here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you just make a straight line through those two.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to make more points. You'll see that this one actually is not a straight line.
Oh, oof. Okay.
If you only have 2 points, right, you will assume it's a straight line, but this one is not a straight line.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it here? The next point.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you see it bends, right?
Okay.
Right, okay. Anyone, let's see. Emily, do you have other points?
I got the same ones so far.
Just 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can you give me one more? Okay, find another one. And you can draw on the screen.
Is it this one?
You have one-
Yeah.
One, okay, okay.
That's a weird. It's
Why
a
is it
very
like
weird
that?
line.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So let Emily get another one. Okay. So when functions, they do different operation like adding, right? You get a new picture. Multiply, you get something that's bending now, right? Turning. Okay, so different operation will have different results. So later we'll look at dividing, okay? It can give you a different kinds of graph too. And remember on the last page, we mentioned about 4 different kinds. So in fact, this one will look like one of the 4, okay? Emily, have you found another point for us?
I got another one, but it goes off the graph.
Which point is that?
-15.
Negative 15 for x equal to what? What's the x value?
-2.
-2, x equal to -2. Yeah, that one off the graph. Yeah. Try this one. Try x equal to 3. This one. Okay. This one is the easy one. Where is the point?
It's just there because
Where?
it's
What's
0 times.
Yeah. 0 times 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be 0, so it'll be down here. Okay, so right now it looks like the graph goes up, right? Goes up. You can follow your points, and then goes up, keep going up, and up here, and then kind of going down now. Right? Go through 0 and go down. Have you seen this graph before? Have you seen this kind of graph before? What would you call this?
Parabola.
Parabola, yeah, okay. So this is one of the 4 graphs we had before, right? Remember last one? We have quadratic function. This one is open up, right? Here, when we multiply the 2 functions together, we actually get a parabola, right? Quadratic function that opens down, okay? So let's fill in the table here. Some of them will go off the graph, okay? But that's okay, right? So -15, -4, -1 is -4. This one is 0. Sorry, this one is 3. And then 6, and then 5, right? So we have these ones, okay? So this one we get a parabola. Let's see if it's actually a parabola when we get an expression, right? So you can see that it's doable, right? If you know only the graph, we can still draw the green one. Now let's find an expression for this. So we have f times g of x. And our f is the same one. Remember now is we are multiplying. So multiply by -x plus 3. So please expand this, right? Do your distribution, right? The FOIL, and combine like terms. I'll ask one of you to give me your answers. Okay, when you get it, please raise your hand. Remember to combine all the like terms. Okay, Samantha, what's your answer?
Negative 2x squared plus 5x plus 3.
Okay, anyone got different? Emily, do you have the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cindy, how about you? Do you have the same?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So this is a parabola, right? But however, this form is called the general form. It doesn't really tell much, right? Do you remember we have another form in parabola? Anybody remember what's the other form? Eric?
Standard form.
Standard form, yeah, the one that has the APQ, right? Or sometimes we just call it the vertex form. So do you remember how to turn it into vertex form? Vicky, do you remember how to change to standard form, the vertex?
No.
Okay, yeah, it's been a while, right? I think it's in the book 1, right? How about Tiana? Do you remember?
No.
Okay, and I guess it's a good time or a good chance to review. Okay, so to change to standard form, we need to do 3 steps. Okay, first one, you can write it down. Okay, factor A. The A value is the -2. Okay, we pretend we don't see the 3 right now. We just take out -2. A is -2, B is 5, and C is a 3. We take out -2. So factor A, you'll get x squared, and then what's left, Trudy?
Wait.
If we take out -2 from
Oh.
the first 2 terms,
And there's negative 5/2.
5/2x, okay?
Yeah.
That's our first step. Step 2 is to divide the middle term by 2, okay? So the middle term right now we have is 5/2, right? This one. You take this number divided by 2. Okay, so 5/2 divided by 2. Catherine? Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
Hi, did you forget?
Yeah.
Okay, I tried to call you. Your phone number didn't work, or what happened?
I didn't get any calls.
Oh, okay. Later, I'll check the phone number with you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, we are on the grade 12 book. Do you have it? Did you download it, Catherine? Catherine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you have it now. Okay. So we are on the page 3. Okay. So 5/2 divided by 2 is 5/4. So you will add 5/4 squared. This is called completed square. Okay. And then step 3, you need to balance. So when we balance the part that we added extra, right? This part is the part we added extra. We need to minus 5/4 square. And this 5/4 square is also affected by -2. So you need to times it by -2. Okay? So first part, factor A is take out -2, divide by 2 is here in the middle, and balance. Now, finally, you need to put a +3 at the end. Do you remember doing this in book 1? Okay. I think it was way back in October. Okay. So let's simplify this now. It will be -2. You grab the first term, which is x, grab the last term, which is 5/4, and put a square. Now in the middle, should it be plus or minus, Emily?
Minus.
Have you learned this before?
Not really.
Yeah, because you joined in second term, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this middle part should be a minus because this term is minus. Okay, that will determine the plus or minus sign in the middle. To double check, you could expand this bracket. You should get back to the previous line, right? And then now we just combine everything here together. So if we simplify this to all together, 5/4 squared. Okay, let's do it slower. We use the green here. So it'll be minus 5/4 squared will be 25/16 times -2 plus 3. Okay. And then equals. I'm just copying the top right now. Now these two, they can multiply together, right? You can reduce the fractions. 16 and 2, that will give you an 8. Negative times negative will make it a plus. Plus 25/8 and plus a 3. Okay, this one is a bit harder because of the fraction, right? And finally, we just add up the fractions here. So it will be -2 x minus 5/4 squared. Add them up. Okay, so add the fractions together. Vicky, what do you get when you add the two?
(49/8).
Okay, very good. 49/8. So there you go. That's our vertex form. Okay, it's gonna tell us the vertex. It's not necessary to do this thing here. Okay, it's just I want to review because this is something you learned before. So in the 3 steps, okay, I'm gonna box this. You can go back to book 1, right, to review this in detail. How to change from general to standard form. Okay, or called the vertex form. So let's take a look at this form now. Okay, how do we tell the vertex, William?
Sorry, what?
How do we tell the vertex by looking at this form?
Ah, yes, vertex is one of the numbers, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure too.
Uh-huh.
Which numbers? We have the A, P, Q. Which ones are for the vertex?
P?
P and
Q?
Q. Yeah, P, Q are the vertex. Okay,
Yeah.
you know which one is the P, which one is the Q? Tiana.
The P is at -5/4.
Okay, actually you just use the positive. Okay, so this one
Okay.
is, yeah, because the form is always write down the form down here. Okay, will be A x minus P, right, plus Q. Okay, so P has to be always after the minus. So P will be 5/4. So let's write down the vertex. Okay, so our vertex is at 5 over 4 and 49 over 8 PQ. 5 over 4. So let's see if it matches our graph. Right? If you look at the graph, 5 over 4 is about 1.25. Right? 1.25. What about 49 over 8? Catherine, what's 49 over 8 in decimal? Catherine. Catherine, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, what is it?
$6.125.
Thank you, 6.125. Okay, so let's see if it matches our graph, right? Our vertex is at 1.25, so that's about here, 1.25. 6.125, so I'll go up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.125, right up there, right? So our vertex is here. Okay, so that's what, so it matches, right? Matches the shape. And because this A is a negative number, right? Do you see A is -2? So it tells us it's gonna open down. Okay, so but in your homework, you don't need to go all the way to get here, right? Unless the question wants you to find vertex. Because right now here, our focus is just to get the expression, right? Get the general form. And how to draw the graph based on the blue and the red, okay? If it was in the parabola chapter, then you need to know how to find the vertex. Okay? Any questions so far? Okay, so right now we'll have a break first. After the break, we'll do the one that has division, all right? So we'll have 15 minutes break. So I'll see you at 2:45. Okay, I'll see you later. If you have questions, you can stay after. So this one will become a 4. Anyone got different? Okay, this part is a 1, 1 plus 3 is 4. Yeah, very good. Okay, so this is your answer, right? That's it. Okay, so now for the expression part, for the right side is keeping as x. So it's just like what we did before, okay? You are adding up functions. So f of x is 2x minus 3 plus h of x, right? And then just combine the like terms. Okay, Trudy, after you combine like term, please let us know.
X squared plus 2x minus 4.
X minus 4, yeah, looks good. Okay, so that's all, right? This part is pretty easy because we're not graphing. Okay, for the graphing, you think about the points, right? The numbers for a lot of points. This one, you just find 1 point. Okay, so I'd like you to try the bottom 2. The bottom 2 is using different function. One is using G and W, right? And one is for input of 2, the other one is the X. And remember, we have rational here, right? So make sure don't forget the restrictions. I'll let you try it for about 5 minutes, okay? And I'll ask for your answers. If you have done both, please raise your hand. Anyone has got stuck, right? Has no idea how to do it. Ray? Ray, are you done or?
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Okay. If any one of you got stuck, right, you can start by this, writing this out, right? The first part is g of 2 divided by w of 2. Okay, and then you continue. Second part is g of x divided by w of x. Okay, so it's a fraction.
Yo, Jason,
Yes?
you know Photomath?
Which one?
Photomath?
Photo math. I don't know. What's that?
No, like the app.
Photo math?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one you
Yeah.
told me, right?
You know, you can now they're giving us Photomath Plus for free because you know online education.
Oh,
What?
So
Really?
that's
Yeah.
nice. Okay. What's the difference between Photo Math and Photo Math Plus?
the plus one is better.
You get
In what way?
I
you
don't
get
know.
to see some
it gives you like
equation.
it gives you like more options and it like recognizes more problems and it gives you explanations.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good.
Jason's gonna retire soon, just like photo math takes over.
Yeah. Can they do this simplifying functions?
Yeah, that's how I finished so fast.
Seriously, how do
What?
you do that?
You just write it out and then you just kind of like
Wait,
scan it and then they give me the answer. So I don't know if it's correct or not.
You mean you write out the two functions and they are dividing? It will simplify for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
wait, did you do the free trial thing?
Free trial?
Oh,
Talking to
No,
me?
Is it the free
no,
trial?
they give it free to everyone until the end of the month because they're like, oh, we're gonna help you guys in virtual learning.
What? Not for me.
What?
I got
Is it on their website or is it like somewhere else?
The app.
It's on the app. Okay.
mine
I
is
don't know. I
different.
opened my app and they were like, yo, we're giving out free this.
Where?
I don't know. I just scanned my work and then they.
Oh, PhotoMath Plus. It's only a free week though.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of scammy, but it's a week of.
You
Okay.
said a whole month.
So do you
I mean,
think?
I have a math test in like 2 days, so you know.
Oh. Okay. What's your math test on?
I don't know, grade kindergarten math.
Huh? Why?
Because I'm in kindergarten math at school.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's fun. And then I don't think you need a photo math, huh? For kindergarten.
I
They
don't know
don't
what
teach
it's
math in kindergarten.
We
I don't know
do.
what it's on. It's like a distance, speed, and time thing.
Oh,
Oh, easy.
Yeah, time to cheat.
bruh.
Can it do word problem?
No.
No.
No, too bad.
My class average is like a 40%, so like it doesn't really matter.
I hope you are not in the 40%.
Yeah, me too.
Are you?
I hope not.
Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, Ray, what's your answer for B?
-2/3.
Okay, how about second part?
2x minus 8 over x plus 4, and x can't equal to -4.
Okay, okay. Emily, how far are you?
I got the same answer for the first one, but I don't know about the second one.
You got something different.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you have?
I got x squared minus 2x.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
No.
That's all. Okay. Any restrictions?
I'm not really sure about that.
Okay. All right. And Trudy, how about you?
I'm still working on the first one.
First part,
Mm.
the input the two. Okay. Are you running into trouble here?
No, it's because I didn't realize that there was equations at the first part, and I was stuck on what I was supposed to do until I finally figured out that there were.
I see. I see. Yeah, you use the function from the top. Okay, so that's what the
I didn't see.
homework will be like. I'll give you a couple functions and then use the one they ask you to use. Okay, how about Vicky? Where are you now?
I'm on the second one.
Second one, what did you get for the first one?
I got the same thing.
Okay, okay. Donna, how about you?
Same thing.
For both?
Yeah.
And for second part, which one's the same?
Oh, except for the x squared minus 2x.
Okay, okay. All right, William, how about you?
Oh wait, I forgot I didn't mute myself. Anyway, I got the same for the first one and the first answer for the second one.
Okay, let's
Why?
go over. Okay, go over the first one. Okay, so g of x, g of 2, right? We have to plug in 2 first. So that will give you 4/6, right? We can do that. Over means divide. So what I'm going to do is I will write dividing. Okay, divided by 2, plug it into w. So that will be 2/-2. Reduce it first, 2/3. Divide by -1. So that gives you this one. Yeah, first one, I think everyone got it right. Second one, you can do it slower, right? You can write 2x over x plus 4. Divide, right? Just like on the left side, right? So using number helps you to know what to do on the right side, right? Divide by x over x minus 4. So now this has to do with what you learn in rational expression, right? How to simplify. So you got to do flipping, right? So flip the second fraction, you get 2x over x plus 4 times it by x minus 4 over x. Now simplify this, which one can be reduced?
X.
X, yeah, very good. Okay, so x on the top here and here. Anything else we can reduce?
No.
Right? No more. So we just write it out. It will be 2 x minus 4 over x plus 4. Okay, Emily, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So if you expand the brackets, then that will get you the erased answer here. And then we also have a restriction. And Eric told us to look at the denominator, right? So you get x cannot be -4. So this also came from the rational expression. Did I miss anything? Ray, your photo math, does it tell you restrictions?
No, I don't know. I'll
Okay.
check.
Okay, please check. I would like to see how detailed it is, right? Did I miss anything in this part? Anybody? Did we forget?
Should there be a restriction for x minus
So-
4?
So is there another restriction you mean, Eric?
Yeah,
Where is another restriction?
in the x minus 4 in the second step.
In the second step. In the second step, you mean this one.
Yeah.
Okay, what about it?
X can't be 4.
Yeah, x cannot be 4. Yeah, so we have to include the denominator here, right? Cannot be 4. Anything else?
No.
There's no more denominator. You have to look for all the denominator, right?
But
X.
X, yes. X can also not equal to 0. Okay, let's use different colors so you guys can get what I'm saying. Whenever you get denominator, you need to have a restriction. The first denominator come from here. So that's our first one. Okay, first one here. Second one comes from, right, this is the second one, I'll use green. Comes from here. This is the denominator, right? You get this one. Okay, let's erase here, right? Okay, and then the third one, I'll use the red. This restriction comes from this one. This is the tricky one. You got canceled out, right? Remember in rational expression, even if you cancel out the denominator by your restriction, you still have to keep it. So in fact, this one, you have 3 restrictions. Are we good? Okay, so be careful with your restrictions. Whenever it happens, right, denominator appear in denominator, you have to include that. Okay, so Ray, did you check your photo math?
Yeah.
Did it show restriction?
No.
No, right? Okay, so restriction part you have to think on your own too, right? All the denominator, you have 3 places here. Okay, so the last thing, okay, we are just gonna do one more question, number 4, which is not very difficult. It's kind of like the first part of this question, right? Subbing in values. So here we have 2 functions. One is f, one is the g. And this is a mix of operation. Okay, what this means is we want to take 3 multiplied by f of -2. So you gotta do it on the side, added with g of 1. So your input different value, okay? And then right side is you have multiplying here and also dividing with the square root. Okay, so remember this is not g times -1, it's g of -1. All right, so I'll let you try these 2 on your own, okay? When you've done those 2 questions, please raise your hand. And Ray, can the photomath also do this as well?
I don't know.
This is kind of tricky, right? I think if it can do it, I would be very surprised. Very smart AI.
Wait, it kind of can, but then I don't know how right it is.
So it knows that you need to sub in the value and then.
No, I had to sub it in myself.
Oh, okay. I thought you could just take the picture of the whole thing and then just pop out the answer.
That it's too dumb for that.
All right. Maybe in the future, right? You could design and it will help a lot of people too, right? Recognize the question.
It might
I
make
guess.
people more dumber.
In a way, yeah. More lazy. Well, only if it's just a tool, right? If you use it correctly, it's gonna help you too. Right? You want to check your own answer, but if you are just using it to cheat or to hand in the homework, then it's not good. Okay, remember to raise your hand once you're done. Both questions. Tiana, have you got A?
Yeah, but I don't think it's right.
Okay, let us know.
-9.
-9, okay. Ray, what about you? For A?
The same.
The same? Okay. Please raise your hand if you finished. Okay, Cindy, what's your answer for B?
10/3.
10/3. Okay. Eric, what about you for B?
We got 8.
You have 8.
Yes.
Trudy, how about B?
I also got 8.
Also 8. Okay. How about question A, Trudy?
For question A, I think I got it wrong, but I got -27.
-27. Okay. Right. It's all right. We can check, right?
It's 8.
You found your mistake?
I added 4 and 6 instead of multiplying it.
Oh, okay. It's all right. Okay, so we'll erase that. Okay, let's go over question A. So we have 3 times f of -2. So I'll show the step, right? So 2 times -2 plus 1. G of 1 is 1 squared minus 3 times 1 plus 2, right? So you also need to learn how to show steps too, right? So you plug it in. Now you just follow the order of operation. 2 times -2, -4 plus 1, -3. All right. 1 minus 3, so that's -2. -2 plus 2, 0. So that's -9. Okay, so answer should be this one. So make sure you look at the step, right? Compare with your work, find out where you did wrong, okay, and learn from it. Okay, next one. 4 times g of -1. So I'll plug that in. Make sure, I think common mistake is you forgot the bracket, right? When you plug in -1, when you square, you need a bracket around, right? Remember brackets, no brackets makes a difference, right? So -3 times -1 plus a 2 over square root of 2 times 4 plus 1. Okay, so that should be your setup. Okay, so let's check. Samantha, do you have the answer for the numerator?
24.
Say that again.
24.
24. Okay. Eric, do you have the same numerator?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then bottom part, Emily, what do you get for the denominator?
The square root of 9, so 3.
Okay, square root of 9 is 3, so 24 over 3, that gives you 8. Okay, perfect. Okay, anyone has questions so far? So let's quickly recap. Okay, Angus was here, really? Okay, all right. Okay, so what we did today, right, was the graphing. Okay, so make sure you know how to do the graph. And later I'll post the notes online too, the ones that we went over. Okay, I'll turn it into PDF and post it with the homework. And then you also need to know how to work with input, right? You put X into different functions and combine them. Okay, so, and make sure today, I'm gonna stop the recording first. Okay, hold on.